TikToker ruined his $2 million career overnight. How to fumble and still win.
This streamer just ruined his $2 million career before it even started, and you may recognize him as the person TikTok dubbed Lieutenant Dan.
Yes, Lieutenant Dan, that's right.
The guy who rode out 2 hurricanes in a small sailboat in Tampa Bay, Florida. A few days ago, I made a video covering the story on how he got this life-changing deal, where at the end I said this. Either way, he's been given a chance to completely turn his life around, so I really hope he doesn't waste it. Well, he blew it. And I mean, people were placing bets as soon as the deal was announced on how quickly he'd drop the N-word, and literally...
Why is this even a thing? I bet this guy drops the N-word within 48 hours. He's been offered a new 100K boat and a kick deal by Aiden Ross. I mean, like, the kick deal is whatever. Fuck kick. But that's besides the point. How do you fumble that bad?
Drop the N-word, and literally, his first stream, within the first hour, he did it.
But if you want to get back into my good graces, you're going to have to take time. It's going to take a lot of work, and it's going to be hard. Because once I cut you off, you're done.
Dude, that is stone cold, man. He dropped it like it didn't even happen. Bro!
Sorry.
Uh-oh, sorry. Right. Oopsies. Oopsie doopsie.
You're done.
What do you even say? So clearly a lot has changed since the last time we covered the situation. It seems like so Dan, funny, or Joe, which is his real name, is now hanging out with some manager type who looks like an island boy.
My right hand.
Manager? Manager? This is your manager? No, it was not the hard R. It was the A. It was a hard R. No, it wasn't. I watched the clip. It was not a hard R.
I trust him with my life.
Island
I just met him yesterday, but I know him in my heart. I've known him my whole life.
Right.
God, what is this?
He went from nothing to internet famous overnight. Got a bunch of donations and a bunch of followers, and now suddenly people are coming out of the woodwork, and he's now blindly trusting them. Oh boy, I'm sure that'll go over well.
Guys, I'm gonna say it, man. It is crazy to me how many people get handed like a golden ticket to like success. Like, it happens everywhere. I'm not talking about this guy in specifics. I'm talking about like VTubing, like YouTubing, Twitch, streaming. You get handed a golden ticket and then you just somehow piss it away. Like, you can just do anything. Just keep streaming. Don't do stupid shit, or like keep making the same content that people like you for. And then people just start shitting up like the bed and taking a massive diarrhea dump everywhere. And it's like, really? Like, you had this passage, you had this free little highway for you to go off and right into the sunset, and you just shit the bed. It's vibrations, man? Yeah, I guess so. You could say that. Don't shit the bed. Just don't shit the bed! You had one job! Don't fucking shit the bed!
So to keep things simple, there's about 4 main people involved now. You have Tampa Terrence, who's the guy who originally found him, Aiden Ross, Lieutenant Dan, or Joe, which is his real name, and somehow, I guess, an island boy stunt double has inserted himself into this as well. But Tampa Terrence is the original guy who found Joe and branded him as Lieutenant Dan. This move is essentially what made him so likable to begin with, as people associated this bizarre sailor to a beloved fictional character. Unfortunately for Joe, though, the more screen time he received, the more people realized he wasn't really the Lieutenant Dan character. With his extensive criminal...
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, no offense, but he has a lot of prison tattoos. Just at first glance, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that everyone who goes to jail a lot or prison is a bad person. There are a lot of people that turn it around. There's many people who turn their life around after a lot of prison time, but holy shit, this is a lot.
record being shown and his daughter coming out of the woodwork saying the money coming to Joe will likely be the end of him as he allegedly has some addiction problems.
Poor girl.
Lieutenant Dan was doing just fine without all that money. Y'all TikTok famous people and all that, y'all blowing him up, and he gonna be dead before he can even enjoy that boat and stuff, because look at him. After y'all got a hold of him, and now he's high as on all these videos.
She's probably fucked up because of him. Yeah, I feel bad for her. She probably fucked up because of him.
Is it just weed? Is it just weed? Yes, I'm his fucking daughter. I'm his daughter, and I've had to keep tabs on that man for 10 years trying to make sure that he's alive, and now he's gonna get all of this and probably end up dead because of it.
And it seems like all of this stuff coming out has caused Terrence to start to distance himself. As soon as Joe gets this kick deal, you have brand new people coming out of nowhere saying this to Joe.
Tell Lieutenant Dan I got a gram for him. Oh no, Florida never changed, man.
Then I got a gram for him. I think he get done. He's streaming.
He's just eating his pizza, bro.
Yikes. A gram sounds like a very low amount if he's giving him the 420. Odds are it's probably something else, unfortunately. Either way, though, something just doesn't feel right about all these new people surrounding him. Would they be there if he didn't get a bunch of followers, raise a bunch of money, and get a kick deal? I don't know. And it seems like Terrence and Aiden have spotted this. So in my last video, we saw Aiden get Joe and Terrence in a call. And this is where Aiden announced that Joe would be getting a kick deal and a new boat worth up to $100,000.
I'm going to be able to...
Honestly, it's kind of better that he just pissed it away. He could have died or, like, killed someone, but... I don't know. Like, you know what? Karma does, like, you know, it just happens. It just... I wouldn't take a deal from Aiden. Yeah, but you're not like some drug addicted, like, you know, career criminal. Like, let's be real. I don't think there's a lot of those in our chat right now. I don't think.
To pay for a boat for you. We're going to get you a nice boat in the range of $50,000 to $100,000. And we're going to get you a full-time kick deal, which is a live streaming deal where you can stream your entire voyages and all your adventures.
And since that clip, a bunch of new people started showing up into Joe's life. Terrence allegedly gave Joe about $7,000 and $2,500 separately. That could either be from the GoFundMe money or it could be from Aiden Ross. I'm unsure as of right now. But Terrence decided to distance himself from Joe after Joe made some allegations about him. Joe claims that Terrence logged him out of his TikTok account when Joe handed him his phone. I don't see why Terrence would ever do that, but sure. Then on top of—
yeah, no, absolutely. Vulturism is crazy. When you blow up overnight, you really do have to protect yourself in a way.
that, Joe is also claiming that Terrence is keeping the GoFundMe money that's for Joe to himself. Here, as we see, they raised about $46,000. But Terrence made a response to Joe's claims.
All right, guys, I just want to get on here to address the Lieutenant Dan GoFundMe situation, as I received numerous death threats and thousands of hate messages and threats to my family, friends, and loved ones. So I just want to get on here and address everything, as this needs to be settled. When I first saw Joe and met him, his boat was being swept under a bridge, and I was walking home from school, and I saw this guy who looked like he needed help, didn't know his background, didn't know anything about him, so I went up to him, helped him out, and this is how this whole thing started. It wasn't until a week later, after getting to know him, talking to him every day, is when I made the first video calling him Lieutenant Dan before Hurricane Helene came. It was never supposed to be this whole thing in just one—
So he's the one that found him. Yeah.
Funny video that I posted to my TikTok. People then fell in love with Joe after a few interviews and were begging me to make him a GoFundMe, so that is what I did. The GoFundMe was set at $2,500, and all was to get him a new boat and maybe some money for some food and a scooter for transportation. It was never supposed to get to where it is now. Joe has a bank account, but no identification and no way to get in the bank.
Yes. He's basically homeless. He can't get the money. That's so funny.
Mistakenly put the GoFundMe under my friend's name as a way to get the $2,500 out quick and give it to him and be done with it. I have done all the research and have reached out to Tampa police who are willing to help Joe get an ID and expedite this process so we can retrieve the other $35,000 in GoFundMe.
Oh my God.
I have retrieved all the money that was sent to my friend and I've gotten $7,000 in cash, and which will I be giving to him today. The rest of the money will be sent to Dan as soon as he gets his bank account information set. I'm sad to see where this has all gone to, and I really hope that this can all be resolved and we can all just move on with our lives.
Okay, that makes more sense, because giving a home...
He doesn't want identification. That actually is a good point. He probably never wanted to go through it. He just wanted to live on a boat and, like, eat pizza and, you know, shoot up drugs. Yeah, I don't know. Stupid is as stupid does. You kind of just live your life cruising, and when, like, money falls in your lap, you will abuse the shit out of it.
Homeless person tens of thousands of dollars in cash sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Also, I don't think Terrence is willing to commit fraud by pocketing the money, as he seems like a stand-up guy. Why would you want to ruin your life over scamming a homeless man? But the new thing that just happened is Aiden decided giving Joe a kick deal would be a terrible idea, and he would rather give it to Terrence as he's helping the community in Tampa.
I'm no longer giving Lieutenant Dan a kick deal, but I'm giving the deal to Terrence. Terrence is going to go around Tampa IRL streaming, and he's going to help out homeless people and help out people that are in need. And we're going to give him a budget every day to go IRL stream and give out and bless people. We still want to help Lieutenant Dan, known as Joe, by giving him a boat. But we also want to make sure that he's staying sober and does it the right way. So I'm giving Terrence the deal. Terrence will have the deal. Terrence will be doing IRL streams around Tampa.
Say what you want. If you're going to give back to the homeless people like that, that's a W. If that happens.
Giving out money and blessing people. I will be featuring a couple of his streams, and it's going to be God's work. So I'm proud of Terrence. Him and I had a really good conversation. He's a very clear-minded person, and I really do like the guy a lot. So him and I will be working together to help people out as well. And again, we're not giving up on Lieutenant Dan. If he wants to help, we'll help him still. But we're just gonna. I'm just gonna put the main focus on Terrence having the deal.
He's gonna. I don't know if he'll stay sober though.
And that's that. So if you guys are going to watch Terrence's kick streams of him going around blessing people, put me in the chat. Hope you guys all follow him.
I mean, that's sad for Joe that Aiden gave him a massive deal. Then rumors started circling around saying that Aiden pulled out of the deal. He reassured Joe saying, no, I haven't pulled out of the deal. But then later on, he pulls out of the deal. But I guess this is what Aiden thought would be the best move going forward with this. So I guess interesting move, but I guess he thinks this is the best move in the situation. But now Joe wants to sue Terrence.
Since everybody knows that the GoFundMe page was for me, and that's common knowledge, I'm getting a lawyer involved.
You're the guy with no ID, and the guy helped you become who you are, and you're gonna sue him now? What?
Because it came to my attention last night that the way GoFundMe works is once you set it up, people deposit the money into the account, and within 3 days, the money is deposited into your account. So Terrence has had my money now since you gave it. I never got it.
I don't think GoFundMe's that quick. But either way, if you bring lawyers into this, you're going to run through that 40 grand.
Yeah, GoFundMe is not very fast at refunding. I remember there was a friend of mine that wanted a refund for a GoFundMe for a video game launch. It takes a long time to, like, get a refund in that regard. Like, the process of, like, doing that kind of stuff. It takes, like, months, if not weeks.
And very quickly. Terrence has already stated that once you get an ID and set up a bank account, he will transfer the money. Get the ID and be a little bit patient before you bring lawyers into the mix.
He doesn't want ID, he want that money, that's right, you take out that money. The bank legally cannot give you money out of the account unless you prove who you are. You little motherfricker. I want my money, that's right,
Terrence is the real bad guy here in my eyes. He's what he did to me. I'm not some drunk off the street like you portrayed me.
I don't know, man. Your daughter said that you're kind of a drug addict. But okay. Yeah, I don't think... Look, if you want the money that bad, just get the idea, man.
Okay. And that'll all come out. Everything will come out in court, because if I don't get the money from Terrence, I'm going to sue him. And any more comments about me, I'm going to start suing people for defamation of character because now I'm a public official. I'm not public, but you know, not that I ever wanted this.
Oh, you want to sue people for saying it how it is, but you won't get an ID. That's kind of strong. I kind of wish I had that kind of power level to say stupid shit.
So Terrence changed this guy's life. He got Joe over 500,000 followers on TikTok, an offer for a $100,000 boat, and is actively working on getting him his money. But Joe needs an ID first. Get the ID, and you will get your money. Terrence doesn't seem like the type of person to run off with your money. That would be terrible for his brand because he is massive on TikTok as well. Overall, it's just an unnecessary headache. But Terrence responded to Joe wanting to sue him and alive.
I don't hate anybody. I don't hate Lieutenant Dan. I wish him all the best. Will I be going over there to talk to him? No, I don't want anything to do with it, but I really wish him all the best.
Fair enough.
If he wants to sue me, that's great.
How are you gonna sue him with no money? Is this like the third time we've talked about people suing one another for basically nothing? Like, what are we doing? Like, where does the money come from? Taxes, I guess? My taxpayer dollars? My taxpayer dollars that I pay for? My VTuber money?
This whole situation reaction doesn't make sense. But now, on top of that, Joe's new friends are now attacking Terrence. So it seems like they might be in Joe's ear.
I want to send a special...
Oh, the manager! Let's go!
Shout out to Tampa Terrence. Congratulations on your deal, man. This is exactly what you wanted the entire time. I can't say nothing else, bro. Good job, man. Good job. Now back to Lieutenant Dan. Jay, what are you doing for him, man? Can we figure out what's going on with that? Because
I feel like he's tweaking. Yeah, he's tweaking. The movement and the eyes.
All that stuff that everybody was saying about
the mouth movements.
Who was the one working on trying to benefit from it the whole time? You were. Congratulations. You got what you wanted, bro.
He crazy.
Let's get back to Dan, though, because you made it all about you. What are we doing with Dan? Does anybody know? Or are you just going to leave him at bay? Like, what was that? Does no one see what's going on here?
This guy's crazy.
Using a disabled man to get a kick deal is sick.
I don't see the big issue here, especially for this person. Joe, while associated with Terrence, seemed like a good thing for the brand to get behind. But Joe, with his new friends and the new way of acting, not so much. But then this guy made another video for Aiden.
Aiden Ross.
Oh my god, here we go.
I seen your video tonight celebrating about how you decided to sign Terrence to a kick deal. By the way, congratulations, Terrence. I'm not a streamer. I'm an artist and many other things.
The art of doing drugs, chat. Never do it. It's a bad idea.
This is what you wanted, so congrats. It's just how you went about it.
I'm an artist. A performance artist.
For you to judge Dan and say we just want to make sure he's off drugs or continues to stay off drugs.
What? Yes! Getting off drugs is a good idea before you give people money. What do you mean?
Do you know?
That's crazy.
What you're saying? You're literally judging the man without even meeting him yet. That man doesn't do rugs. I
just saw it. This guy's got grills. I just saw the flash on his teeth. He got grills. Chat, he do rugs.
He smokes THC, but you haven't given him a chance to even get to know him. You're going off of another man's word.
His daughter says otherwise.
Just because of another man is telling you something, that doesn't mean it's true. You haven't got to know Lieutenant Dan, JC's. Let's talk about it.
I don't see how this video helps the situation. At the end of the day, no deal was signed. Aiden got cold feet and he backed out. People can judge him for that all they want. but to my knowledge, nothing was signed. So he can walk whenever. I guess the lesson here is don't take anything for granted. And it's also a fitting situation to drop that boomer line. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. But hey, at least he didn't get arrested in Korea like this terrible streamer did. And you can check out that video here because that situation is insane. But if you're new here, feel free to subscribe or you might not see me again. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Wow, that was so cool. Chat, stupid is as stupid does, chat. Never ever take your success for granted. If you're at the top, you either worked really hard, you have innate talent, you have innate skill, and you got lucky. Sometimes the lightning strikes and you're there for it and you keep it, and that's amazing. Good job. But some people, they don't deserve it at all and they piss it away.